I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. All right, greetings, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for all placements. So, Scorpio, you are just going. You're just going. It's giving the. Of course, something would try and get in the way, but am I bothered? Nope. In fact, I will find my way. I can go. That's the thing. Scorpio, every time, this is actually very Scorpionic. Scorpio is the death card, the tower card. It's like the things that scare people most is Scorpionic energy. And so when people try and throw what would freak them out at a Scorpio is like, oh, you're throwing my element at me? Cool. That's my specialty. That's what I am well versed in. In fact, that's how I transform. That's how I death and rebirth. Like on the death card, a lot of people are freaked out about it, but they fail to realize the white rose. In fact, White Rose is one of my favorite songs that I've been playing on my harp. If you go to my YouTube channel, ValeriefromVega, I have me playing that song. It's a very beautiful song. But that's the thing, is on the death card in the tarot is literally White Rose, and that is a Scorpio card. So it's like Scorpio people will try and put an end to your career, an end to you being a certain industry, and you're just like, that's fine. I will find my way. And you go in a whole new direction, and you're so excited about it. And the people are like, oh, but we thought that meant everything to Scorpio. We thought that their life would be over if we took that person from them. And Scorpio's like, oh, no, new, new direction, who dis, new phone, who dis, new me, who dis, because literally the Scorpio is transforming. It's death and rebirth repeatedly. You may have Pisces or Aries placements within your chart, but even if you don't, Scorpio, please go and watch the Pisces and Aries readings, because everything I say in both of those readings is very prevalent to your reading. And that's also because Aries and Scorpio are the tower card in the tarot. Now, in the tower card, it's people jumping out of a burning tower that's collapsing. It's like the tower's gonna collapse. Do you want everything to fall on top of you? The tower is also on fire. Do you want to be burned in the fire? If you jump out of the tower, it's a long fall. Are you gonna break? You know why Scorpio doesn't? Because you're weightless. Through all of your transformations, you've transmuted so many times, Scorpio, that you are weightless. Like literally, I think of it this way. If an ant jumps off a second story of a house, it's going to keep crawling when it lands on the cement. But if you throw like an animal, this is morbid. If you throw a bigger specimen or mammal out of a second story window, it's going to have some injuries or potentially. But if you do that to an ant, it's light as a feather. So the impact does not touch it. And Scorpio, that's you. It's like people are like, haha, prepare for impact, because what would normally impact other people literally just sends you off into your Hercules. I will find my way. I can go the distance. You'll just keep going the distance. And people are like, why isn't Scorpio getting older? Why isn't Scorpio getting tired? Why isn't Scorpio finally quitting? Why isn't Scorpio and it's like, because you idiots, that's not Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy is to constantly rebirth itself. And it's also it's literally death and transformation. That's literally Scorpio's specialty. So what scares most people, what terrifies most people, and where most people collapse, I laugh in the face of danger. Mwahahaha. It's that's how Scorpio is. They laugh in the face of it because they're like, hello, death, my good old friend. That's why a lot of people with heavy Scorpio placements have had a lot of near-death experiences or have actually, crossed over and come back and or also can communicate and be mediums with those who have crossed over. That is literally just how they are designed. So Scorpio, there's something here where you are coming into a huge winning season, especially with Pluto. I mean, Pluto is also a planet of death, rebirth, transformation. I mean, it's shaking a lot up right now in the collective energy. And a lot of people are just going through it. And Scorpio, somehow you're thriving through it. You're like, I will find you're like going the distance. And so it's like driving some people crazy, but it's like, why? Because you're doing literally what you were designed to do. You're being who you are. Confidence. Exclaim yourself, Scorpio. Proclaim your true self. Proclaim your thoughts. Proclaim who you really are. I said, who do you think you are? Do you think you are? I said, who? You are just being yourself. You have got to reach on up and never lose your soul. And you don't. So yeah, you have been on the sidelines for too long, Scorpio. It is time for you to come out of hiding. It's time for you to make your mark. It's time for you to say, no, you don't define me. This is who I am, and I will show who I am. I will speak up for myself. I'm allowed to take up space. I'm allowed to be my fullest self. I have a lot of Scorpio energy in my chart. Can you tell? Like a lot of Scorpio in my chart. And yeah, this is a time for you to be a force to be reckoned with. And those who have issues with it, well, I mean, they can take that up with the Most High, because that's between them and God. Just like God designed you, Scorpio placements, to be how you are. That's the thing. It's like people will be like, Scorpio's wrong, Scorpio's this, Scorpio's that. No. God designed Scorpio that way, literally. And God made the sun, the moon, and the stars. And literally the wise men followed the constellations in the sky to find Jesus. And literally Jesus and all the prophets talked to God through the stars, the skies. And literally in the oldest Catholic churches, they had priests. And in the 14th century Catholic churches, there are literally all 12 zodiac signs in the cathedrals. So don't talk to me about this being demonic work and not being of the church, because it actually originated in the church. But certain men will try and control it and say otherwise, but the history and the facts of it show differently. Bless you.